What up, everybody? It's your boy Neo, and I'm back with another segment. More like an update with some lessons learned. It's been a crazy past couple of days, couple of weeks, couple of months. As you can see on the screen, you guys remember from October to November, I was trying to stay present, live in the movie without trying to control the outcome or guess what was going to happen. Greatest month of my life. December comes around. I'd have to say November was more of a feel good. I used a lot of affirmations in December, and the outcome, physically and monetarily, as I guess you could say, um, was tremendous. As far as great times, there was a little bit of stress, um, and that'll lead me to the first lesson that I kind of learned this month, and that's something I want to do with you guys as I go through this process. I'm just altering things um, in accordance to how I feel that they need to be, but I feel like I want to show you how I got to these things. Because when I do that, I learn more about myself because I get to say it out loud, which triggers something in me, and I'm able to freestyle off of it. Oh, got a dry throat. Bear with me though. So one of the lessons that I learned recently, it's crazy because I'm just gonna say like this: miracles do come true. Um, Christmas. Just put it like this: everyone I know, everyone that I've, not everyone I know, but everyone that I talk to regularly, even people with money, are having money problems. It's just I don't know if it's a bad economy. I don't know. I don't exactly know what's going on, but I know it's a thing. I know it's strong. It's hitting hard and it's hitting home for a lot of people. So it's like it sucks. Now I was also in that boat. Christmas comes, so you got bad times on top of Christmas. Boom, boom, bow. Now, with me personally, I try to make every Christmas better than the Christmas before. That's something that I just wanted to do for myself. You know, you know, I don't know if that was my father's personal goal. I don't know. I felt like I'd make it mine, so I did, and I have. But that right there, man, let me tell you something. That right there, you're giving yourself some hard shoes to fill, and then put yourself in a financial bind, and you've got a really not stressful but questionful month for someone who has their mentals down packed. On top of things like I am with the mental practices to the point where certain situations won't even bother me, and so these were weighing heavy. I stayed positive. I stayed focused. I had the greatest month of my life, um, October, and this month, as far as receiving things physically and love, definitely have a spike in those areas. But because Christmas ended up being a miracle, Christmas ended up being that miracle. Not only was I able to outdo any of my past Christmases, but I did it fold. I'm not gonna say tenfold, but I went hard. I was able to get it done. It seems like every single thing that made it under my tree was for free. It really does, and which is crazy. Now I know I say I get a lot of things for free, and I do, but this one I still call free, even though it came out of pocket. I still call it free because it's like basically, let's say they say you did a scratch off and won $500 and went and splurged at the mall. Basically, all that was for free. It didn't cost you $500, and that's not what happened to me, but that's how I feel about it. And that's the big point. It doesn't matter what happened, it's how you feel about the situation that totally dictates what type of energy you're giving off. Thoughts become things, and that means when you're thinking about it, you're vibrating at that frequency, pulling that thing towards you, and you're moving everything around you to move towards you in that direction. I'm gonna actually, where's my pen at? I want to take a clip out of this segment I did. I'm gonna call it coin clip, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show it for you guys. The coin moves closer. A bunch of coins laid out on the desk. Take one on the edge and move it closer. It's gonna move everything out of the way, and that's how the vibrations happen. When you're vibrating, you vibrate at the same frequency as a scenario, and it starts to move closer, moving and twisting and turning everything to make it. Um, happen. But anyway, throughout the month of February, I stayed positive. I stayed true. When the brain came kicking in my chest, talking about you in the red and how you gonna do this and da 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 da, I just said I don't know where the money's coming from. Because it's not about the money. It's gonna listen. That part took me years. Okay, so I'm gonna still use the term money. I don't know where the money's from. For me, it's I don't know where the gifts are coming from. And that's not just Christmas gifts, it's just life gifts. I got a gift today, the day after Christmas, that came in the form of my daughter receiving her license. Oof, we'll get into that story a little bit later. But yes, miracles certainly do happen. That's what I learned this month. But it's not, I didn't learn it. Ooh, it's 1:42. I didn't learn that. That's the thing. I didn't learn that. But we all need reminders every so often. Now, I'm going to say at the very least once a month and as often as possible. The mirror, we need to be reminded. We need to remind ourselves of that. And even if you can't be reminded because significant things aren't happening, significant enough for you to call them a miracle, you can still recall the miracles in your life that have happened. If you haven't had any, which you have, because birth is a miracle, but I'm not going to take it that far. If you haven't really had any that you can marinate with, have faith in someone else's miracle. Okay, don't read a story because your ego will fight that. What if that didn't happen? It's something you've been involved with. Cherish that and just get that reminder because thoughts become things, and that's what it is. And use that going forward as a mental practice. Let's say once a week you remind yourself of something really fat that happened. Yeah, I said fat. Banging, let's go. And it's that wake up, is that self reality check you're giving yourself. I need to work on me. That's the reality check. The mental exercise I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to think about a miracle that happened and how beautiful and how everything just came together, which in essence is just strengthening your faith in God. The whole feeling, the whole story, that's what that feeling is. Being happy, strengthening your faith that God does do great things, and you could be on the receiving end on some of those great things. That's all it is. Recalling. That's the emotion you're sending out, thus manifesting a moment in the future where you're, just happy about another miracle that God performed. Sounds good to me. Um, Side note I wanted to mention. Um, Pardon me. Grab a sip of water. I love water. Get another one. I'm back for four. I'm sorry, I had to get the fifth. I still failed to bring them in. I've been so busy, so swamped. I'm literally once a day, which is an improvement from before. So I can't even get mad. But what I was going to say was, I'm so caught up in the things that are happening. Trying to stay present is the opposite of focusing on God. I know that's God time, and that's how you let God's time plan unfold. But there's a difference between having a one-on-one moment with God and just feeling the desk in front of you. The second you start thinking about God, He starts to pull your attention from the desk. You can't really focus on two things at once. Not really. Maybe a situation involving multiple things, but it's it's the things that are involving you. You're switching from thing to thing while keeping other things in the background. But at the end of the day, those are two different things. I forgot to bring him in to feel that watcher, and it saddens me because it's like, to me, each time I do that, I'm contributing to the how do I say? I'm just gonna say a bucket of water. Each time I do that, I'm dropping drips into a bucket of water, and when it fills up and overflows, that's when I'll get what I want. So it's like it kills me to not do some of these exercises, especially the most powerful one of all, which is bringing God in to the moment and just acknowledging that He's watching you, watch Him, watch you, watch Him. But at the end of the day, everything that happens for a reason, and I can't be mad at myself, my subconscious, my ego for waking me. I can't be mad at any of those things. What happened was exactly what was meant to happen. You know how I know? Because that's what happened. Boom. I was meant to bring him in once a day. Learn that lesson, improve on myself. It's been so long. I've been trying to come up with 1,000 mental exercises, things. I post things. I got a tattoo on my arm reminding me, and I still don't. Sometimes you just in the moment, And I like to be in the moment. I like to truly, truly focus on things, which, like I said, leaves other things not to be focused on, including God, the ground, gravity, you know. So don't beat yourself up if you get to that point where you're like, damn, why aren't I doing these exercises? They worked yesterday and I got that one thing and I want to get two things. Or I want to get a bigger thing. You know, don't beat yourself up about that. Same goes for if you're not there yet. If you don't have the promotion, you don't have the love life, you don't have the experience, you don't have the whatever it is you want out of life, don't get discouraged. Don't beat yourself up. I'm not doing the right thing. You might have to pay your dues. You might have to drop more drops into that bucket to get what you want, but keep drip, drip, dropping. Okay? Thinking about what you don't have and lack thereof manifest the future where you're lack thereof. Which is probably what you're feeling now. Which is definitely what you're feeling now if you're saying I'm not there yet and looking for a reason why. You know? So stick with that. Those these are some things that really like resonated and got with me this month because Christmas was a miracle. Today is what was so funny. The day after Christmas, um, this is gonna play the day after that because it's actually 1:47 in the morning. But my daughter has her driver's license test. Mind you, we really haven't practiced because she's swamped herself. She plays two sports and has a job, and she likes it. She likes that. Stay busy, keeps her out of trouble. I'm all for it, And she's captain of the cheer team and captain of the guard team, so she's captain on both sports and student council president. So a lot of stuff going on. We have not been able to practice. I did parallel parking with her two times, and she's done it a couple other times with some other family members, even a couple times in Florida. Not much practice, and we went out and bust our ass over the past couple of days, and not bust our ass, not really, like 2 hours total. But she went out there to take the test, and just a real quick rundown. We get there, right? And my lower car, I ain't gonna call it sport. I'm gonna say my lower to the ground normal size car had the little red squares on it. For y'all don't know, there's a little red square sticker. For some dumbass reason, we need to have them on our car if you have a student driver in Jersey, and we have two license plates too. What other state does that? Like, pff. Anyway, um, so we get the stickers, put them on my small car. She's gonna take the test, and that wait a minute doesn't have an e-brake. Last minute change. We gotta use my truck. It's a little SUV. We get there, so we in line. I notice half the people there got stickers, half don't. I go up. I try to ask a question, whatever. A long time went by. People finally came out to start testing. I asked them, "Yo, do we all need?" They said it's gotta be on the car. There's a lady I talked to. She said I got them in my hand. We pulled them off another car, but they said we could have them in our hand. Nah, these people said put it on your car. So yo, we reversed all the way down like 150 yards worth of windy road, and had to go to the DMV, pick these stickers up. This is the crazy part. We were in I think 37 minutes. We were in line. First person in line, 37 minutes. No one, just an empty chair. Meanwhile, express registration. She's filing her nails. I don't know if she's really filing her nails, but she's definitely sitting there bored out of her freaking brain, wishing she could come to this register and just do something. And it ended up being almost the longest line in the building before I went over to the guy at the front door and I said, "How much are those stickers?" He said, "They're $4 and you get two, one for each license plate." I said, "Listen, if I give you $10, can you just go grab me two stickers? Ring it up later and keep the change." And the cop was right there looking at me like, "Yo, I feel you." You know what I mean? And he was like, "The supervisor's coming now." What? I look over. Anyway, so we're in there forever. We go back to the inspection station, so we're the testing center. We get in line. We get all the way up there. Dude, give us the paperwork. He wants birth certificate. Since when in the holy hell do you need a birth certificate to take your driver's license test? That to me, that shouldn't be an option. Your picture's not on it. Birth certificates are not a form of ID to me. Your picture's not on it. Anybody can walk in anywhere and say this is me, as long as they look like they're the same age. It is not ID. Neither is your social security. It just is what it is, you know. If someone said, trust me, dog. Uh, Let me take your car for a spin. I'll be right back. Here's my social. Hold it. This is my ID. What you gonna say? No, get out my face. So anyway, so then we gotta leave. We got an hour to get back. 30-minute ride home, 30-minute ride back. So we start planning and plotting and scheming. Me and my daughter, we're calling people. Uh, so we ended up making it back, I think 9 minutes early before our cutoff was 3 o'clock. Third time's a charm. She get out there, takes the test, aces it. You know what I mean? And I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be more proud. She is doing her thing, and that is a Christmas miracle to me because it was looking a little scary in the beginning. Sorry, Todd, but it was, and it ended up being a great experience. It was a scary ride through because she was shaky. The girl is good at everything from the jump, everything she starts at, except this. Sorry, mama, I love you. But and then she parallel parked. Let's just say the first couple times were wasn't like she practiced. We practiced on Christmas Eve, and the first 4 times she did it was flawless. I didn't have to say anything to it. I got out and let her do it twice, and she kind of messed up a little bit, and I got in and she did it like 3 more times perfectly, so she was cool. So that was just pressure, just choking up a little bit. um, but at the end of the day, the circumstances, they might not have been ideal. The lack of practice for my daughter, the lack of resources for Christmas, the obstacles my daughter had to go through, the obstacles I had to go through to make this Christmas the way it was. Overcoming adversity, shit not looking so good financially for Christmas, shit not looking so good. First thing they did out the gate for my daughter was parallel parking. And I told you she took a bad approach uh, the first few times. And, you know, overcoming adversity. She stopped listening to this dude in the car and said, "Yo, I'm just gonna trust him." And she just boom. Last time she came in, she boom boom went in right in boom, and she went back to her old self. So the adversity was achieving the goal of succeeding that parallel park because the K turn ain't nothing, driving around ain't nothing. So overcoming that adversity and overcoming the Christmas blues for those of us that don't. I know a couple people who don't celebrate Christmas and they give a bunch of different reasons, but it's I mean, it's clear to see that it's financial. You know what I mean? Um, and I'm sorry I had to be that way. I'm working on that. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. I am working on that. But at the end of the day, shit worked out. It worked out. She has her license. Her world has now changed forever. And I didn't know I had this in me. I knew I could get money. I knew I could manifest things out of thin air, diamonds, money, da da da, vacations. But this many things for this many people at one pop with this little resources was tremendous. It was phenomenal. I'm upset myself because I didn't get to celebrate, have my little celebration with God, my little one-on-one conversation. I tried to have it Christmas Eve. I was staring at the tree, but it was late as hell, and I wanted to get to sleep so I could wake up early. Christmas night, after all was said and done, everybody was asleep. I was ready to tap out. Plus, I've been playing this video game lately. Um, you can watch some gameplay on Twitch if you go on the channel. Hey, that's in one of those little icons at the bottom of the screen. But yeah, it's it's just been beautiful. It's just been beautiful. If you hear that noise, that's my son. He's also doing recordings now. He's streaming. He's got a whole setup, desk, freaking this thing called a Elgato. It's a little $150 machine my dad got for him, so he can record. And yeah, I don't need that. I use this, but he's recording games. He's doing a lot of gaming. The Fortnite taking over the world, and he's a top dog. God, I love water. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's back to being the 26th. So I guess I'll go from December 27th to January 27th, and then probably January 28th to February 28th, which ends the month, which is pretty cool. And then my birthday will be here. But this month, I really merged two things. The whole seeing the movie in the month of October, seeing life as a movie, I kind of fell away from that in a sense that I wasn't watching the movie no more. Because watching a movie, I have no control, and I know 100% that I have all control over this shit happening out here. All right, I get gully and say that because I know it. Look, man, look. But I didn't abandon it. I use it in a focus point. I'll stop and focus myself and just, focus on what's going on around me. 100% of my attention. If I'm looking at something hanging up on the wall, that is it. And I know it can seem boring if you're not in tune. So I suggest you get in tune. I'm gonna get back and revisit the movie thing because I feel like I've lost that in the midst of a bunch of other, I don't want to say greater, but greater things. I've conditioned myself to stop. I'm not trying shit anymore. I chase the dream of fortune and fame, I'll call it. Even though that isn't, you can't sum it up. For me, you can't sum it up like that. But I've chased that dream for 37 years. I'm done. I don't even need a reminder to stop chasing that. As you guys can see, I just come on, I wing it when I wing it. I can record now and just post it up when I need to. So I can remove that of my on my big list of things because I have a couple things. One is the whole essence part, being the key. Um, Second is the watcher. The third is the father. They're both kind of second. It's like a tree angle. Essence at the top. Then you got the watcher, and you got the I hope you can see my hands. The watcher and the father, and then they both break down, can go into two different sections, and I can eliminate that section. I can eliminate, not eliminate. Well, yeah, because I stopped. I can take that out, maybe replace it with something else. This diagram is really good. I'm working on. At the end of the day, I'll have this all ready for you guys, and it's gonna just be perfect. Visual aids, so you don't have to read. Because when you see something like this one thing I got written, drawn on the wall, it will spark and invoke something. Now, that might be custom to me. It's up to you to put in the work to find what will work for you. And that all comes down to the question of how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? And by it, I mean whatever it is you want. Okay? So thank you once again for following me on this journey. Um, I'll get with you guys as far as the next topic. I mean, is the next section that we're gonna do. I'm really gonna work on. I might bring it back to the movies. There's no rule saying I have to change it because guess what? Shit fades away, and I could use this platform right here, this thing right here. I'm gonna move it up as a way to keep track of what was going on. You know, October to November was the movie, and stop. November was the affirmations and father. I'm gonna remove the word father because I really didn't get into that much in December. I was too busy to remember remember to do it. So I definitely need to keep that in there. As a matter of fact, I am going to maybe write this in here now. Okay, and we'll see. You guys, I think you guys can see me type live. Here we go. 27th January 27th. We are going to oh bring back. We're gonna capitalize that because I like to give it the respect that it's deserved. Bring back movie and father, and I'm gonna remove father from here. But I will add in for affirmations. What really helped me out and what got me there was this app on my iPhone called Reminders. Yes, I have an iPhone now. I've been talking shit on them for years, but don't listen. Never forget, I am in the original iPhone. I stood in line for that shit. I stood in line for the second. I stood in line for the third, and I stood in line for the fourth. I'm the OG iPhone dude. Don't ever trip. It's just iPhone doesn't let you do certain stupid dumb shit that normal flip phones will let you do, and it pisses like customize your home screen, like the way that the buttons icon. Listen, you're corny for that. You're corny for that. I moved to Galaxy. Galaxy's acting corny now. Now I got both. We'll see which one pans out. Um, but yes, this app is called Reminders. I have something on there like let's say yes, I will have okay, yes, okay. Now I'm gonna basically I have it in there set for if you go on your it keeps putting Ashers. Sorry, I haven't even noticed that. If you go on there, remind me on day is checked. Set the alarm for 11 a.m. or whatever time it is you want to remember. Have it repeat every single day with no end. And set the priority to high for this one. And this is simple. All I want you to do is say yes 10 times. Now, this is actually one I would like to set twice a day because it's a big one. It's a big one for me. It's super duper duper big. So you go in there, you go on your reminders app, you see there's 7 there, you click on it, you pick one, you click on it and check it off. It'll disappear for today and reappear next time it's scheduled to happen. You got to say yes 10 times. It's a great reminder. Use everything in your arsenal, okay? Right now it looks like I'm bringing back movie and bringing back father, engaging in conversations, and when I say father, I'm screaming father. I'm getting hyped to the point where I'm just like father. Thank you on some thank you type status. All right, that's what I want from it. But we'll see how that goes. We got to feel things out. That might be it, might not. I'll let you guys know where I go with it. It's all about the emotion, where the emotions take me, where the God leads me, I will go. Simply put. Thank you for leading me into that sentence, big homie. I love you guys. Until next time, this has been another one. Peace.